snapping finger on the wrong hand. Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and I apologize if I look kind of like shit. Thankfully, there's not a lot going on. Thankfully. I hate talking about the toys. But I spent this week loading up a lot of boxes onto a 26-foot box truck and then driving that thing up to Kansas City. Don't I just look like the most out-of-place trucker you've ever seen? I was going to do a stereotypical 70s trucker accent and then realized I'm already there. But yeah, I'm thinking about leaving this toy life behind. Just hit the road. I will never drive something that big again. Especially not through Kansas City at rush hour. That explains me looking ragged, but enough about that. Let's talk about some toys. Hopefully I caught the high points, and I'll come back around next week if I missed something. I don't think I did, though. But we have some Star Wars from different companies. We have some amazing Yamaguchi. We have SHF Figuarts. A couple other things. But first up, Mezco solicited their 1/12 collective Marvel Netflix Punisher. I've been waiting for this. Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like Deadpool. I kind of feel like Daredevil should have been first, because Daredevil was the introduction to the whole Netflix thing. At least he started it all. But I'm not going to complain too much, because getting a Punisher again, that's freaking amazing. And I love how they do the unmasked heads. It just looks great. Maybe they're still tweaking on Daredevil. They have him in one of the action shots with Punisher, so he's around somewhere. But I feel like Mezco did this version of the Punisher complete justice. That's odd phrasing to use with Punisher, but it applies here. Now the figure comes with two heads. One's kind of beat up. I'm surprised they didn't go for one that was super beat up. He's got several sets of hands along with that. He comes with weapons. He comes with a minigun. Did he? I'm not sure. Of course, you know me, I'm great at remembering stuff that I just watched a while back on the wrong hand. But he also comes with two handguns, a knife, a sheath for the knife, and then two gun effects. One with a single bullet coming out, but also one with kind of a spray with several bullets. I love these things. They just look so fantastic in action scenes. But the Punisher is going to cost you the standard Mezco 1/12 collective $80, and it's going to come out somewhere between November and January. Now, I don't know the movie/manga realization line from Bandai very well. I've seen them. They look neat. I just get tired of, the same designs over and over. Samurai. What does the word samurai mean now? So seeing this doesn't really get me too excited, but I just have a soft spot for that black Spider-Man costume. I love the just minimalistic look of the black with a little bit of white. Bandai changed that color scheme just a little bit, and it's still interesting, but I don't know. I kind of want to see this in white, where they used the blue and purples. The blue and purples are eye-catching, don't get me wrong, it looks nice, but some black and white, it would have evoked that original costume. Now, it doesn't appear to come with anything different from the original release, just different coloring. I'm still going to keep griping. This should have been a ninja motif, not a samurai. I think if Spider-Man is agile, jumping around, crawling, crouching, yeah, he needs less armor. But I'm not buying the line, so I have no grounds for griping, I guess you could say. But this will cost you $90, and it releases in October. I do know the amazing Yamaguchi line. I know it enough to, sit in fear of what is coming down the pipe here. Here's official solicitation pictures of the amazing Yamaguchi DC Batman. Oh my god, that thing is gonna be crazy. This thing looks great in color. Grays and the blacks hide the articulation for the most part. Don't get me wrong, you can still see it. Of course, if you go looking for it, you're really gonna see it. If you're a Revoltech joint hater, you're just looking at this picture going, no, I'm not a Revoltech hater. I dig this line, and I'm looking at the figure going, that's going to be an amazing Batman. You can get him down in crouches, action poses, kung fu poses, sitting at home watching TV poses. But as most of you who watch the weekly knows that that cape is, or at least from my point of view, is scary as shit. I'm thinking the cape has more articulation than the figure does. And for accessories, he comes with, guess what? More cape. Oh my god, it's everywhere. It comes apart. You'll keep finding it in places. It'll haunt you. It'll haunt you for the rest of your life. You'll be moving 20 years from now, open a drawer, and there's two Batman cape pieces. And you're like, I got rid of that a long time ago. It's coming back for me, though. He also comes with two grappling guns. One just the gun, the other with with an action hook shooting out. It looks to be a stiff piece of plastic. Large batarang, several sets of hands, and a swappable faceplate for beneath the cowl. Now this will run you $60 and it releases in August. Now I lost track of all the Bandai SH Figuarts Iron Man figures a long time ago. There's old ones that pop up and I go, is that new? Somebody? Anybody? I bought a few, but could not keep up with them. So, the reveal, what I'm thinking is the reveal for the SH Figuarts Mark 7 Iron Man, I think it's new, but they're calling this the final piece of the Hall of Armor set that they're putting out now. Works from Mark 1 to Mark 7. Here we go. Here's the finish. Now, Mark 7's the one he wore in Avengers, so the extra accessories here and stuff fit into the movie perfectly. And in fact, some of these pictures make me think, is that a movie still? Is it not? I especially love this shot with all the flaps sticking up and such. He comes with several blast effects. He doesn't come with a Tony head though. I think that would have sealed the deal for me. Now this is $60 and it releases in October, but it is a SolWeb exclusive, so you can only get it in the Japanese market. But thankfully, Bluefin has announced that they will be releasing the Mark 7 with the Hall of Armor piece, the actual little box that lights up and you can put the armor in. Looks like it's just standing there. They've done this with several Iron Mans in the past, so it's good that they're getting it out to other people. But sticking with Avengers and SH Figuarts, why'd I do that? Avengers. And SH Figuarts, the Bucky SolWeb page has updated with more pictures. It's got him standing beside Steve, both looking wrong as hell up in the head. Both of them just look off. I love the bodies. I dig it. It looks just like the movie, but you get up to the head and it's Chuck Norris and Captain Caveman. I don't know. And then it also has him in a scene from the movie. Let's just leave it there. And then the Rocket page updated with the same Bucky and Rocket picture, and it also has Rocket standing in front of Star-Lord. Both of those figures are re-releases, just in slightly different colors or accessories, so no surprise with that picture. Ooh, let's talk some Star Wars. A leaked GameStop list of future Hasbro Star Wars Black Series figures and their release dates has been making the rounds on the internet. That also gives some Spider-Man information coming out in, was it July? And also some X-Men information coming out in July, but I don't know the specific characters or if that's the wave that's already out and GameStop is getting it at that point. I'm thinking it's the X-Men wave and the next Spider-Man wave. But for Star Wars figures, somebody went through the trouble and deciphered each one out. I don't have anything to back this. This is just how the picture came to me. But I believe it. I mean, it sounds legit. Now, it's listing Beckett, the Rebel Fleet Trooper, and Han Bespin for August. Makes a little sense. It lets the solo stuff get out there, it sit a little while, maybe sell through, maybe get clearance, whatever it's gonna do. Again, I rhymed that. I'm a lyrical genius. Then there's Val, the Imperial Patrol Trooper, which I can't wait for. It's a trooper. L337, and a mystery figure, which I'm guessing is Holdo. We're looking at an October release date for those, and then we're looking at Dengar, Lando in Skiffguard disguise, and Hoth Leia in December. Little spread out, and I'm sure those cases will have the 3 or 4 new figures and then reissues of old figures, which I don't know why Hasbro's doing that. It leaves some peg warmers. If they're gonna repack figures from way back, not last month. I think you'd get more sell-through that way. And then the people jumping into the line because of the quality of the new figures and the photo real tech and them just getting into Star Wars, you know, kids growing up or kids finding out about Star Wars, it'd be a lot easier to get stuff from way back because you can't get a Bosk or an Anakin or an IG-88 now, along with a bunch of others. Also making the rounds this week is this picture of what appears to be the 6-inch Hasbro Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper with blast accessories. That only took 4 times. There's a lot of S's in that sentence. Now we got a damaged Stormtrooper in the 4-pack from Amazon, and it was always kind of like, there's a black splotch right here. Ooh. This looks to be the same with some blast mark here, some blast or some dirt up here. It looks cool, but we all know that if a Stormtrooper has this kind of damage on it, it's dead. Don't need a stand for a dead Stormtrooper. What catches my eye though is the blast effects. Looks like he's got one for the rifle, he's got a small explosion, a larger explosion. Hasbro's continuing to creep into SH Figuarts territory. First we get the photo reel with the nice printed faces, more lifelike, definitely better quality than we've been seeing with the Black Series. And then they want to do this. This will make me buy another Stormtrooper, even though I love the model kit Stormtroopers even more than the Black Series. The Black Series, nothing wrong with it. It's just, you know, I have a higher quality piece out there. But add in some blast effects that's going to make some awesome pictures, and yeah, I'll buy it. Now, they don't look import quality, but Look, it's Blast Effects. Now, I don't care for the stand too much. It just, you know, a metal looking stand with Star Wars stamped on it. I know what Stormtrooper's from. I don't need a logo being under it, but it's nice for the people who have been asking for stands like this. Me, I don't use stands. I just put them on the shelf and hope for the best. And with it getting summertime, a little warmer in the house, plastic getting a little bit softer, I've had a couple of dominoes here in the past month or so, but I can't do it. Word on the mean toy streets is that this is $30, and we're just waiting for it to be revealed, I guess. And finally, Bandai has updated their pictures for the Star Wars model kit Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper gear. I was just talking about how much I love these Stormtroopers more, and here comes another one. Now, this is releasing either into this month or into next month, but I guess they finally got samples from the factory. The original pictures for the promotional shots looked kind of bland. It was just the eyes, this and that. The new triaxial paint technology or whatever, you can see that it's a little bit more lifelike. It gives it more tone to the skin. But if you watch my Han in Stormtrooper gear model kit review, you see that the neck is also skin, but it's just pale plastic nothing, so it sticks out against the face. And hopefully on the Luke they're getting a little bit better at centering the eyes. Again, going back to the Han review, he kind of had a crooked eye off to the side. If you have it at normal distance, it's not so bad, but my macro shots pictures right up on the figure, or you're looking right at it, yeah, you can see it's cross-eyed a little bit. But I'm ready for a shorter Stormtrooper with a Luke head. And that's it for this week, I think. I probably missed a couple things. I think there was a model toy show overseas. I haven't dug through all the pictures from it. I don't think there's anything new, except for the Figuarts standard line, I think they're doing Naruto. Robo don't know Naruto. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. So if you want to see that, Tag Hobby has some pictures up. I've never watched the show, and it looks like they're adding other properties to the Figuarts standard line too, so go check that out. But if you like this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. Why did I pull with my right hand? Driver's seat, left hand horn.